Now we're going to move on to positive punishment. Now, just because it's a punishment doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad or evil thing to use in your training. Positive punishment is adding something to the environment to decrease the frequency of a behavior. An example of positive punishment in dog training is if your dog is barking, you go up behind them and you make a loud sound every single time that they bark, they're going to start associating barking with that loud, undesirable sound, and it's going to decrease the frequency of it. Another example of it is if you are walking your dog and they pull you all the time and you give them a leash correction every time they pull, they're going to start anticipating that the correction comes when they start pulling, and they're going to decrease the frequency of that pulling. We use positive punishment as humans all of the time. We use it with kids a bunch. If a kid is going to run across the street, you're probably going to grab the kid and say no and add a punisher. Now that's going to decrease the frequency of them bolting across the street. If you're late to work, you might get written up. That's probably going to decrease the frequency of you being late to work. Now with positive punishment, it's helpful if you follow up with something that you want the animal to do correctly. So if you have that barking dog and they stop barking when you make that loud sound, then you can reinforce them for being calm and quiet. When you get written up for being late, they tell you not to be late again, so you understand how to do the behavior correctly.